Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I guess in some ways this kind of bears repeating for the new people that's watching this channel. I'm not feeling the way that they have taken this Molly character. It's like the minute that this new actress came in, it's like they completely rewritten this character. She is obnoxious. She is, I don't want to say extremely sensitive because I understand this is a very sensitive subject, but it's like she takes little things and she blows them out of proportion, right? So Christina comes to the house and Christina is just like, so wait, you didn't even invite me and stuff like that? Like what's going on? Instead of Molly just saying, no, I didn't invite you right away. She's like, oh well I did, I sort of did, and she's like kind of fumbling on her words and it's like, if you have a problem with her, just say it. Which by the way, I don't even understand what the issue that she actually has with her because to be honest, she's just coming across as very ungrateful. And I stand by that statement 10 toes down, as they say. It gets to a point where they go back and forth, right? And both of them say some pretty foul things. Like Christina just gets so upset. She's like, why would you sit there? Because this is something I don't. This is something I don't understand from Christina's point of view. If your sister don't want you participating in this whole surrogacy thing, cool, leave. Listen, pregnancy, I mean, granted, I can't sit there and say what pregnancy is, but I can imagine it is just probably the most difficult thing you ever did, right? Doing the way that your body is constantly changing, your hormones and everything like that. The fact that you are giving up a year of your time, pretty much a year of your time. If your sister's sitting there being that ungrateful, giving you that much attitude, cool. Just walk off and do something else. It's not like she doesn't have other things that she's trying to do. Which, by the way, I don't understand how she's actually going to be able to do all this stuff. She's going to be a surrogate. She's going to be running Charlie's. She's going to be running this foundation. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing at this point? You already spread thin enough as it is, and now you want to sit there and try to add this, that, and the third on top of it. So it's not really making a lot of sense. But okay, sure, whatever. Why are you sitting there like, well, I don't understand why you sitting there asking somebody else, you're paying somebody else when I'm right here. Why do you need, it's like, I understand she wants to do something nice for her. But if somebody's acting like that, all right, bro, good luck. Pay this person, whatever you gotta do, I'm not dealing with that. Now it gets to a point when they both start to saying some foul stuff. Christina Smith is saying, well, the child's never going to be related to you. And granted, yes, they did go too far, right? And I don't want to sit there and feel like I'm justifying what she said, but Molly is being completely unreasonable, right? Oh, my sister's sitting there doing something for me, and you're never gonna let me, you're never gonna let me forget it and stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me? You really think that she's that petty? Like, I get that she does some stupid stuff at times, but if you think that of her, then you clearly don't know who your sister is, and that's the part that should hurt the most. That she thinks that Christina is that petty, where she's dangling over her face and, oh, I'm doing a favor for you and I'm never gonna. Really? You got that much of a low opinion of your sister? I mean, granted, yeah, I guess she's done some stupid stuff, but damn, you would sit there and think at some point they would have worked that out, but okay, sure. I have no idea what the hell Valentine's doing at this point. And the dude must be slipping because Martin comes to his place, right? They're talking business or whatever. Apparently, he's doing something with Pikeman. He's probably doing something for Anna, maybe trying to protect Anna or whatever. But the dude opens the door. He's about to walk through. And Marty's like, well, I don't understand why you had to sit there and have me come away out here to do this now. Like, why couldn't this wait in the morning? The door is open, right? So he comes on in and he looks at Anna. He's like, I don't understand why you had to sit there and come here so late. Like, I mean, this couldn't wait till the morning. I'm like, bro, the door is, I mean, granted, even if the door wasn't open, I, I'm pretty sure she can probably hear through the door, but the door's open. You're supposed to be like this spy kind of, like, I don't understand. It's just a level of stupidity in it. I felt like maybe they just had a long day of tape and they were just like, you know what, F it. We're just going to sit there and run with this one. We'll work it out later on. Because that's the only thing that it makes sense. And of course, Dante's into telling um, Anna that Valentine didn't go to work. There was no water break that was going on at ELQ, so he didn't actually have a reason to go there. So now she's sitting there sleeping one eye open, and she makes this comment about, "Oh, you lied to me," but it was about something else. And they both want to go to sleep with their backs turned, which is pretty odd for a couple to sit there and do. I don't know. I've never actually slept with my back turned, not once, so I don't really understand how it works. It's like if you're sleeping with your back turned, why in the bed with this other person? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but so Gregory. Well, at this point, Greg. It's not even so much that Gregory finally tells Finn. It's like the truth finally comes out. A lot of sadness, a lot of emotions, a lot of what if. I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be upset with Alexis because Alexis knew. And as a doctor, he's taking even more personal. Like, we could have did this, we could have did that. In the end, it is what it is. It's a sad moment, but now he realized that he has to sit there and tell Chase. I've actually got to a point where I'm just like, there's no point of being like, well, if you would have told him sooner, because at the end of the day, hindsight is 2020. It is what it is. It's unfortunate that Violet has to sit there and deal with a situation like that. That's the part that sucks. But other than that, it's just life. Um, Tracy had that hangover. And the thing that's really funny is that when Tracy was talking to Ned, Tracy was like, I knew she was trying to like booze me up and stuff like that. I should have just stopped at one point, but and of course I'm assuming that she did that so this way she wouldn't have to hear about the whole the scepter and what can you do for me and you gotta sit there and get your hands on the scepter and yada yada yada, which is like, I mean, are we actually gonna sit there and find out why she wants to sell? I don't even remember what. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. She wants to sell. But who's the client though? Because she's obviously going to be getting some sort of payday, and clearly she's not working alone. So, it's kind of a dumb question to sit there and be like, well, when are you going to sit there and get to that? And I'm like, well, how long does it sit there and take to get to the Ice Princess? Mason's been in town, and we're just now going to find out who the boss is after about like a year and a half. So I know it's kind of a stupid question, but I figured, why not? It's kind of funny sitting there watching Tracy with a hangover because if you actually drunk before and drank a lot, you know exactly just how miserable you feel. You always sit there and say to yourself, I'm not doing that again. Until the next time that you do it. But I don't understand at this point. Maybe it's the alcohol talking, but it's like, why does she sit there and think that Ned is faking this whole thing? I don't get that. They get into this argument, and of course Ned's like, "Oh, you're not going to commit me," yada yada yada. Um, Now he says he doesn't want to stay at Sundays because there's quote unquote too many. I don't feel like getting canceled for whatever that word that he uses. It's too many mobsters there. A lot of bodyguards and stuff. I don't think that word may be racist, but I'm not going to take the chance. Um, Now, what I don't understand is that if he actually has access to his money and stuff like that, why don't he just stay at a hotel? You don't want to stay with Sonny, fine. You don't want to stay at the LQs, I mean, at the Qs or whatever, fine. But there's always the Metro Court that you can sit there and stay in. And it's not like they don't have the set to use because pretty much almost all the rooms look exactly alike. which is why they would sit there and get away with it on Days of Our Lives. By the way, just on a side note, when did they actually stop using houses and start, using a lot of hotels? Like, I don't understand that. I don't get that. I mean, I know that sometimes they used to use hotels every now and then, but it's like, back then, they were using houses. Now it's always like hotels. Like, I don't know. I'm not used to people living in hotels. Like, I don't know. Now, the thing with Sonny and Carly is that the last time I understood where Sonny was coming from, and I felt like Carly was just there being bored before. I felt like she was just being completely stupid. And, Sonny pretty much wants to get reminded her, like, yo, listen, I tried to help you out, and you want to spend the night in jail. She was like, yeah, and I survived it. It wasn't the point, but whatever. I understood where Sonny was coming from, and I did sit there and say that Carly was acting stupid. Now, in this instance, I understand where Carly is coming from. I understood where Carly was coming from before, but it was just like it was stupid because you were inconveniencing your daughter. But now Sonny's like, oh, I'm going to sit there and do you a favor. Carly's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, Sonny, let it go. She doesn't want your help. She doesn't want your help. But now it's like you're still trying to force it. But of course, he pretty much says that, he's going to make sure that Drew gets out of solitary so where they can sit there and see each other again. Made, gave her a favor that he knew that she wasn't going to sit there and refuse. But in reality, she could have just refused that one as well. I don't understand. Like, let me get this straight. You are stubborn enough, because that does not make any sense. You are stubborn enough to sit there and spend the night in jail and actually sit there and inconvenience your daughter. But you couldn't wait to Drew got out of solitary for you to go and see him. I imagine he was not going to be in solitary forever. I think you could have been fine. So, and from what I understand, I don't even think that he can actually have conjugal visits. I'm not trying to be nasty. I don't understand why you couldn't sit there and wait. Like, it's not adding up. You wouldn't want him to do a favor for you then, but now it's okay because it's true. Like, I don't really understand that, but whatever. Um, Dante and Sam didn't really do anything. They just practically quarterbacked everything that was going on with Molly and Christina and about the feud, which is just out of nowhere, to be honest. Um, they didn't really add anything to the episode, so it is what it is. I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else, but the majority of this episode was actually pretty good. It was. I could have did without Dante and Sam, just to reiterate what everyone already knew what was going on. But hell, even the Finn and Gregory stuff was good. And again, I'm just gonna sit there and say it's a shame that they could have did more with Gregory. It's like he was there to be what was it? I heard Alexis' love interest, and they didn't do anything with him. Um, I feel like if I miss anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, GH, YNR, Days, and B&B. With that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.